Oh, now, baby. Time for you to settle down, go see base. You need to settle down and you need to go to sleep. Yay, generator. It's just because it's a little chilly. That's what with the black. But if I get hot, like I usually do. But hey, Delta. Okay. Do 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 do. Hi, Liz. Hey, Antonia. So just going to wait a little bit here. I don't know. I think I've already gotten the blacked out screen before it even all kicked in. So I don't know what that was all about. So we're here to do a Capricorn reading for November 2019. So general reading, which may or may not resonate with everybody. But we hope something will. If nothing resonates with you, then you didn't connect with the energies here with me. I suggest you keep going till you find a reader or a channel that you can connect with that makes sense to you. Bonafide Bloom. That's a cute nickname. Bonafide Bloom. Just making sure everything's up and running the way it's supposed to be. Everything looks really good. I think I'm going to start the smudge. I'm going to smudge. Sagittarius was just done, Fern Farmer. Just done. 28 minutes ago, 29 minutes ago, it's already done. You have to go to the channel and you'll have to look for it there. You watch the replay is what you're going to do. Yeah. That's beautiful, Bonafide. I always have the lights. Lights, atmosphere, lights or atmosphere. I like atmosphere. I'm not real fussy about the way I put it up. But I like them too. I'm affected by lighting, very much so. Thank you very much, Liz. Like I said, we weren't blowing any horns or anything like that. I didn't put it on Facebook. I didn't put that story out on Facebook. But I won't forget his face anytime soon, that young fella. I won't forget his face anytime soon. I hope he's okay. Tonight's a cold night. It's chilly. I've got my fireplace going. It is chilly. Very cool evening. We're coming into that time of year, so I hope he can find room in a shelter or something. I don't know. Very much so. I agree with you, Bloom. I agree with you. Yes. I love lighting. Lighting's everything. He was blown away, Liz. He was blown away. He like he wouldn't take the money at first from me. He wouldn't. He just looked and went. He did. He went like, and he didn't move. He didn't, and it was like, hurry up because the light's going to change. Get over here. And even when I held it out the window, he just he said, seriously, you're giving me that? I said, yes. And he took it very slowly. And I said, go feed yourself. There's no need of anybody being hungry, and we're not that far off from where you're at. I feel what you feel, and I'm very sorry you're going through this, but you'll come out of it okay. In the end, it'll just be an experience. He said, nobody, he said, it's the first time anyone gave money like that. He said, it's usually 50 cents per car, kind of a thing. So, yeah, it was pretty touching. Anyways, let's get into your smudging here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I shouldn't be using a lighter for those that are purists, I know. But you know, I don't want to piss around with matches when I'm doing live readings, because it can take a while to start with. I have the worst luck with the matches. They just don't seem to want to. I've even planted like 4 or 5 matches in the smudge, so hoping that when a flame hit them, the whole thing would just finally take. That didn't even work. So this is a nice smudge though. Look, it's not even. Look at the smoke. Oh God, it smells good. We got Grandpa's beard or Spanish moss, a technical term for it, and I've got my own homegrown sweetgrass in here as well. I got a sprinkle of tobacco and cedar. Some other things that I want to get for ingredients. I didn't grow any sage this year. I didn't grow anything this year. I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. But we're asking for to be brought in this reading, and anybody that will be affected by this reading, to bring enlightenment, epiphanous moments, direction, guidance. Again, enlightenment. It's so powerful. That would be the word of these readings for November, is enlightenment, I must say. That was a good smudge, not too long. That's for you guys. Hi, baby. What you doing, sweetie? What's my baby doing? Huh? He says, come to bed, Mama. Let's go. I want to go to bed now. It's time for bed now. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up and see me? Or do you want to bite me again? Do you want to come up and see me? No? Then you get under there and you go to sleepies. Get under the chair and go to sleep. It'll be soon, very soon. I think that's all I'm going to do. Is this is going to be the last one for tonight. I know it's only 3, but anyways. Hello, Shrita. I'm happy for you, Catherine. Things going your way. You've been highly favored by the universe. That's what I say. Okay, that did something weird. Capricorn. I say I only do pop-outs if they do something. I've got, this is a trestle table. It's this wide, and it's really long. And I can fold the ends down to make it smaller, shorter. So there's a bend. And this is all the thousands of shuffles that I've done. This never happened. It landed right in there. I don't know if I can show you guys that. Let me bring my own. I just want to look. This is how it landed. That's never all thousands. I've done thousands of shuffles. What did we get? Really? You guys got the Two of Pentacles, and it's all about options and having options. This is very encouraging for your monthly reading. I'm going to use it and put it in there. That's part of your reading. It's an extra card. That's never happened before. Never ever thought of it happening before. Isn't that strange? Isn't that funny? But yeah, having options. Some people don't want to have options. They get that way. They don't want to think that hard. Why can't I just have one way to go, one choice to make? Do I want it or don't I? Just the one. It would make things more cut and dry. It would make things easier, and it's frustrating me, and it's giving me anxiety, and I don't know which way. In most cases, it's not picking the wrong thing or picking the right thing. It's about picking whatever fits you in your life, your world, the best. What is the best fit? It's not right and it's not wrong. So if that helps you any in making a decision, if any of you are, you've got something on your mind right now that's been on your mind and you've got to make a choice, look at it that way. What's the better fit for you? It's not right nor wrong here. Okay. I'm going to cut the deck right here for you guys. Capricorn. All right. Let me bring my camera down here. And let's see what Tarot's. Hello, sweetheart. Do you want to come up now? I can do this and hold you at the same time and not be distracted either. But no, you can't bite me. No, you're not doing that. All right, the very first card represents your overall energy. I got this on the last reading. 8 of Wands. Travel. That's your overall energy for the month of November. Capricorn, you're traveling. Your second card. Oh, dear. No, 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 no. None of the fives in tarot are ever any good. They're never, it doesn't bode well or anything pleasant. 5 of Pentacles, abandonment, falling in your finances and wealth always represents more than just money. Third card, your hearth. Oh, my goodness. Capricorn, what the hell? The Lovers. Again, what did we say? Choices. There it is. Your challenges. If that wasn't bad enough, challenges. Should there be any? Page of Wands, creativity. That's a very good card to have. Thank heavens for that. And the last card is always most important, is your message from Spirit. We've got the 10 of Swords and endings. And I am sorry to say and deliver this message that's coming through. There is to be an ending in a relationship that goes beyond a shadow of a doubt. Any of you read tarot, you know what I'm talking about. You know where I'm coming from. There's the ending of something. Wow. I'm feeling stiff up. I'm hearing that too. Stiff upper lip. Oh, 8 of Wands. It's a card that does, it's a brilliant card for travel. If anybody's thinking about moving, if anybody is thinking about, well, traveling in general, but making a move, a major move. This is a big move. We're not talking moving across town. We're not, probably for somebody out there, we're not even talking moving from state to state or province to province. This is about moving into another country with different cultures than what you're used to. This could be a good move. It doesn't have to be a bad move. It can be a good move. I just want you to take the energy in off of this card for a moment. This is setting your tone for the month of November. And for you, you need to heed, you need to pay attention. As long as you're at the driver's wheel, as long as your windshield is clear, your sides are clear, and it's clear behind you, as long as you can do this, a complete circle, and see clearly, As long as you keep yourself there, you're going to be all right through the month of November. This is a card that's going to feel like it's telling you you may be challenged. You may feel challenged by your own capabilities or incapabilities, what you feel are your weak spots, that you're challenging yourself, even though you're saying, I don't want to be doing this. It's happening anyway. You're challenging. This is a strong growth period for Capricorns. You're moving into almost like another dimension, but it's not. You're still here in the here and now. But the growth. How can I put it in words? What I'm hearing is you're growing before anything's even happened or giving you a reason. It's like the universe is adding on an extra layer of everything for you before your need. It's anticipating what's going to happen next and what you need next. The universe is anticipating, so you're ready for things before they even materialize. And it's going to be, well, I'm grateful I had that to deal with that. I just happen to have that to deal with that. It shows you being in more control during the month of November as well. Well, you know what, Gail? These aren't personal readings. You have to remember that they're general. If something may not mean anything to you at all, and whatever was said through that card, I'm sorry, but that's, it's a general reading. It's a hit or a miss. Let me get my book. I want the keywords on this one. This is a very powerful card for you guys. Believe that or not, it truly, truly is. It's bringing a lot forward here. What it does, okay, the generic part of the card. All aspects of your life, from love to family to work to creative projects to things under your control, everything is going to speed up. There's going to be a picking up of speed. Things are rolling out. Like I said, you're ready for, it's like the universe is anticipated. That's what you're going to be thinking. Is somebody up there really watching me? For real? This can happen. Everything, it just seems, the energy, the busyness, everything speeds up under the influence of this particular 8. No more waiting, no more delays. Decisions will be made. Words are going to turn into action. Finally, projects and travel plans are going to fire up for somebody. You may find yourself fielding a lot more calls, emails, and social engagements and meetings than ever you have before. You'll say, I don't remember being this. You almost feel like you're in demand. But you're not. You've never felt this before. You've never been this crazy busy. And it can be a little bit overwhelming as well. Capricorn, I can hear you saying, I'm just going to hide. What if I do that? What if I just hide? What if I don't answer the phone? What if I don't turn on my computer to get email? What if I just hide? This is too much. It's almost a comedy. You're almost laughing about it. But this is an exciting time. Even if it can be and have its bewildering moments, let's say. And when everything seems to either nothing happening at all, and everything seems to happen at once. Why is that? Because of the energies. That's why. What's being brought in. Yeah, does it, Antonia? Really bona fide? Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Gail. Seeing is believing. I'm hearing for somebody. Maybe that's meant for you, Gail, but seeing is believing. Here to move on to what the card is advising for you, is to take a breath before saying yes to all offers. Because you'll be so busy, be very careful that you don't mess up or trip and fall in a metaphoric way. Have a fall or something, take a fall, because you had too much on your plate. How do you eat a whole elephant? It's not impossible. It's a metaphor, of course. One bite at a time. If you keep that motto in your head, I will handle things one thing at a time. Don't worry about being late for anything or getting behind or anything like that. Everything's going to work out fine. Divine timing is going to have a big play in this for you. You're not going to be late for anything. It's going to be great. But one thing at a time is the best advice that I can give to you that's coming through for you. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed. Don't allow that to happen. It is bite by bite. That's correct, Jennifer, and you know it. It is bite by bite. And eventually there's no... And speaking of the elephant, you probably heard me earlier, Jennifer, going on about that movie. I was crying my eyes out. Before I did the first reading, I had to go in, I had to reapply makeup, and everything else was like, oh my God, I can't stop crying. Anyways, a really, 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 really good movie. A brand new movie made just this year, 2019. It's actually ahead 2019 Christmas shows in the movie as well for 2019. But it's called Wild Vacation or Vacation in the Wild, and Rob Lowe's in it. So if you look for Rob Lowe, it's a brand new movie. It's well done. It's well put together. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It made me cry. So, but you need to see. Jennifer's right. It's to slow down. We need to slow things down, one thing at a time. You've seen that, yes. Oh, beautiful. You do. There, take a deep breath before you make any big changes in your life and think, what kind of emotional state am I in? What kind of mental state am I in? What kind of emotional place am I in at the moment? And if you're not riding high on anything, that might be the balance. That might be the sweet spot where you make changes in your life and you make big decisions. We should never, anybody, ever, if your blood's gushing through your veins and your heart's doing this and you've changed color because something's affected, that's not the time to make a snap decision. That is not the time. We need to tell ourselves, no, just give it a bit. Have a coffee, have a tea, have a glass of water. Do something. Go vacuum. Do something. Clean the toilet bowl. I don't know, something to distract till you feel your blood pressure coming back down and your heart rate slowing down. And you know what? 9.9 out of 10 times, and I'm speaking from experience, am I ever glad that I slowed down? Am I ever glad that I calmed down before I made a call on something? Anytime I fly like that, it usually isn't. It's not for anybody's benefit. Because we all have a nerve. I've got a lot of French in me, so it doesn't take a lot. This sort of thing. Maybe. So, but there's always that period. We all go through that. There's nothing going on. Yeah, my life is boring. And then everything happens all at once. And you feel like you've got to be, and it's crazy. It's insanity. It's overwhelming if you're not used to it. I wouldn't like that. I get busy enough with this. All right, add any more to that, and I get thrown right off kilter. And I don't deal with it really well. I was supposed to do a private reading, and I took the book with the person's information, and I took my laptop and some other things, and they said, sure, like you can do a reading up here, not a problem, right? They'd set me up, whatever. And I said, okay, I'm going to get that man's reading done, get it, because it's bothering me, because it plays on my mind. And so I open up I've got a big leather case that I put my laptop in, and it's got different compartments. I forgot my cards. I forgot my cards. And I couldn't do his reading. You see, because I got whisked away at the last minute. I didn't know I was going anywhere. It's like, you're not just going, you're going for 6 days. I'll bring you back in 6 days. Like, oh my God, kind of thing. But I have to learn to be more self-disciplined for me personally, is to slow down and think things through rather than be thrown. Okay, I've been thrown off course. Take a deep breath, recenter myself again, and so that I don't, and I messed up a lot. When she drove away with a bag full of groceries that I'd just gotten at the store. She doesn't live around the corner. She lives in the center of the province. She's a good hour's drive away on a good day. But we need to not let ourselves be overwhelmed. We need to tell ourselves, okay, so if this door's closed on me, there's another door that's going to open. It has to. It's the law of physics. One door closes, there's always another door. The question is, do you want to stay there? You have the choice at the end of the day whether you want to stay or to go. Whether you want to hold on to something or you want to shake it off. We have the final say in the end. If you put your foot down with yourself, with your spirit, with the God, and say, this is it. There's an inner knowing that we live by, and without that inner knowing, we won't live for very long. It's called, a fight for survival, and we'll do what we have to survive and to move forward, to blossom, to grow, to be of service to others, to do what we're meant to do here. And it's challenging when people, I'm a good person. I mean, overall, I'm a really good, easygoing person. I don't ask a lot of life. I don't ask a lot out of people. I'll pick up their slack, and I won't say a word. But if you piss me off, we got a problem. Because the way I grew up, I was brought up, you don't take guff from nobody, not ever, ever, ever. You never let it slide away. But once I got older and life changed, people do change. Expectations change. Being politically correct and all that other stuff. There comes some times where you do walk away. Somebody has gone out of their way to be rude to you or hateful to you or hurtful. And some people, you really feel, I have felt that and looked at them and went, I really don't care what you think of me at all. So much so that even though I've listened to this, that's all you're getting. Because I'm walking away. I'm not giving you anything of me. Nothing. Not even my anger. Not my disgust. None of it. I won't give you. And I've done that. I've walked away and just, as they wouldn't have stood a chance against me. And I knew that. It's already felt like I won. Without even going there. Like, please, child. Really? But the way I grew up, it's hard sometimes to swallow it back and not come back with something. I've learned as I've gotten older to think or try to think before I speak, even if my heart's doing that. Caught up in a moment. But I know one thing, if I don't like something, boy, oh boy, that other person's I don't like that. No, that's not for me. No, thank you. We need to be more that way. I think that comes with wisdom and age. When you realize you have just as much right to be here as anybody else does, when you really let that sink in, that will change the way you view humanity, the world at large. It will truly change. You start to see that we're all very equal. We remove our clothing and our makeup and our whatever. We're all the same underneath. If you strip away the skin and the color, we're all the same. We are all the same. Black people are as white people are. White people are as black people. And it goes on, Italian, I guess, the French, the whole 9 yards. We are all the same. And it's time we accept that and respect each other. Once we accept that, we can respect each other because we know how we want to be treated, so we're going to live by the golden rule and treat others in the same light. It's just that simple. The problem with some people is they're slow studies, and we gotta open up that they really are. Some people don't get when they've been outdone. It's like, you lost, you can stop now. They just keep coming. They don't learn and they don't grow. Do you know what I'm saying? You did not bona fide. Bona fide. I never said this before in my life. Do you know that? This is the first time I've ever said. Well, I've said about stripping the skin, but I've never said You know that there's black people as white people and but you strip our skin, you know, with that whole white and black thing or colored skin, whatever, or non-colored. I've never said that before. It's the first time. That's very, very strange. Wow, isn't that something? Isn't that something? But we do. We need to strip it. That way we learn to respect each other. Is that right, Bonafide? Seriously? Oh my goodness. Anyways, you know, life is so simple, and we look to make it so non-simple. We look too complicated. To some things are what they are. That's one thing that we need to learn to accept. And you look at some things, they are what they are. We can't influence it. We can't change it. It is what it is. We got to find a way to live with it or learn to accept it or not care about it. Either way, we are born alone. We die alone. There's no need or want for anybody in between that to be alone. There's no need. There shouldn't be any need. And when you think of the pain that some people go through, bullying, being downtrodden, being oppressed, being held down, and it's horrible. It makes you appreciate your own freedom a little bit more here. We've got the Five of Pentacles as well, but let's look here. I got really caught up in that for what, about 20 minutes? That's crazy. And it is the 8, yes. You don't want to run around in circles, waste any time during the time in November, but we've got communication, speed, news, motivation, action, excitement, and a lot of movement going on. So the second card, which I really don't like, we've got the Five of Pentacles, and it's all, the prompt on it's about abandonment. All right. For some people, live with this natural fear. Here's the thing, for those that think that they're the odd ones out, you're not. You know what? We humans all have the same fears. We have a fear of grinding poverty. We have a fear of isolation. We have a fear of being abandoned by those that love us. They give us the warmth that we think that we get from them, or we believe that we do, I should say. There's all of that. We all fear these things. I don't care if you make 6 figures a year, your biggest fear, right down to the guy that only makes minimum wage for working 75 hours a week in order to make ends meet. We all have a fear of being homeless, unloved, unwanted, and grinding poverty. We all have that fear. Some of us will just not settle. I know people that have manipulated their way to get to where they are. It's not for me to judge them. I'm just saying it is what it is, and I know that. It's just that simple, that their integrity was not number one at all times, put it that way. And some people, that fear is greater than others. It is, you're right, Antonia. Human life is all the same. But we all have that innate fear within us of these things happening. So anybody out there watching this reading, if you think you're not the only one, but you tend to bring it more into your reality, okay? You let it affect you in a profound way, and it's not a good way, and you need to let that go. You need to let up on that a little bit. This appears to be a sad card, but not all is lost, because this 5 reveals a fear of poverty and of isolation rather than what is your reality. It's not your reality. This is meant for somebody. You may feel at risk of losing a job or a relationship, or you could distance yourself from others due to self-doubt. We tend to do that if we feel we don't measure up with other people. We think they're better than us. We think they're smarter than us. They're in a different class. That's not the way I look at people. I learned to look at people many, many, many moons ago. All right. And everybody bleeds the same. We cry tears. We feel pain. Our bones break. Do you know what I'm saying? We're all the same. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care. You know, if you're Queen Elizabeth, I don't care. I don't. You got to go to the bathroom just like I do. You got to wash and bath and bathe and feed just like I do. We are all the same. All right? We are all the same. And the sooner humanity can grab that and grasp it, and the powers that be, the 1%ers, the better off we'll all be. I don't know if that day will ever come for any of us, though. There's the sad thing. Another meaning of this card, yes, is definitely a feeling alone at the end of a relationship. And along with the financial change that a breakup can bring, look at if you made it on your own before up to that point that you got involved with somebody, you'll make it again. You have to believe in that because it's a truth. You've already proven it to yourself. I can do this on my own. All right, so it's going to be a little tougher starting over. It's going to be a lot tougher for somebody that's not that strong or doesn't feel or believe that they're that strong. But the thing is, you've survived before, you'll survive again. Don't worry about that. Remember this as well. You do have support, but you may be looking at the wrong places or the wrong people altogether to find the support that you're looking for and that you need and that you know you can feel safe. There has to be that trust factor at 150% before you open up and you trust those people as your main support. I know that I could go to them at 3 a.m. and need somebody to just hold me, hug me, talk to me, let me speak. And I know they'd be there for me because that, you know, I would be there for them in that way. So there's this mutual thing. If you've got that, hold that for dear life. Okay, we do need each other. We do need each other. But there will be financial change for anybody that's splitting up or breaking up or anybody that can, you know. Hi, baby. The advice of this card, please. You do have support, like I said, but you may be looking in the wrong places. Go beyond your usual networks of friends, family, people that you know. And if you go beyond the normal, the usual of what you would do, you're going to find the help and the comfort that you need. Your keywords are isolation, worried about money problems, rejection, bias, fear, risk, and relationships. Please don't rip my blouse. It's not that bad. It's just somebody, I don't know who you are, but somebody out there is going through something right now. And you're going through this change. And part of it is financial. There's a feeling of insecurity in an emotional way, but insecurity within a financial way as well. You'll need to cut back to reestablish yourself again, all right, to being single again, down to one income, and you'll be able to do that, okay? You've just got to reestablish yourself. It's finding your feet under you once again. Now, here we are with the breakup for somebody here, and I know that that's coming. There is an ending here, as was indicated in the beginning. So, we all get like that, Gail. You know what being teared out is, though? Hey, just my opinion. Hey, you can disagree. I don't care, right? It's called being numb. Being teared out. You're not feeling that. You're just not feeling anything anymore, Gail. You know, please don't take offense by this, but most people that are numbed, they're lost. Walking around in the dark. And I'm not saying you don't have any right to feel that way. You have every right to feel that. I don't know your story. I don't know what you went through, right? It's not for me to say. But my dealings with other people, when they say, you know, I'm just an empty vessel. I just feel like a vessel. You know, this kind of a thing, right? Thank you very much, Gail. I'm just saying in general, because I don't know your story. I don't know what your groove is. I don't know what anything is, right? But if I feel anything for you, I see you in the dark. And that's a sad place for you to be. You know why? I'll tell you why. I will tell you why I find it very sad, and it saddens me, is because you're here. In the bigger picture, Gail, it tells me that there's a part of you, all right? You mostly feel like you're so far down that you got to reach up just to touch bottom. So why bother? I'm tired of it. You feel exhausted. You feel tired. If you feel anything at all, but you've become numb. There's nothing left there anymore. But the thing is, you're here. You're searching for some kind of a light, some kind of a hope, some kind of a fire to get your fire going again. You're, without realizing it, you're kind of crying out, you're reaching out. I want to feel again. I want to be the person I used to be. I'm not this person that the world is looking at right now. I'm not her. That's what I'm feeling for you. Let me move on to the next card, please. This can be a long, long reading. We got the Lovers. This is your hearth, your home, your friends, relationships, intimates. And we come down to choices once again. Once again. Always an in-depth card, I find. This card always of interest to me. It shows two different sides of the coin here. It shows a variation. It shows color. It shows communication or the lack of. It shows hurt feeling. You see, Gail, this is not a personal reading for you, but do you see her? I can't see what you're saying. One moment, I get into my own camera. But I want you... I can't see. If you see her face, she's numb. You see what he's doing? He's saying, listen to me, talk to me. And she's not saying anything. He's got her held there. Look at their fins. He's entwined her. Okay? Now take a good look. Do you see that she's got one arm on his back? She's just steadying herself, but look at the other hand. She's ready to push off at the first break, at the first sign, at the first opening. She's ready to go. She's out of there. She's done. It's okay to be done, but to stop feeling life and to stop feeling the gift that life is, to just blindly say, yeah, okay, whatever. Every life is a gift, including yours. You shouldn't be feeling this way. But that's what's going on here. You think I'm getting crazy, do you, Val? Not at all. I think I speak the truth. You know, and this is not me per se talking. So when you say that, you're not saying it to me. These are not my personal points of view at all. Okay? I do what I feel compelled to do. Okay, Val? If you don't like it, you can leave under your own steam or you'll be shown the way. I don't need the frustration, all right? You do not tell me how to run a free reading. Now you pissed me off. End of. So I don't care if it's at least 20 minutes. You don't like the way it's done, just leave. Be quiet and just take yourself out. That's all you got to do. Move on to another reader. But this is a card of discord. This is a card of anguish. This is a card, sometimes the common meaning of this card is affairs of the heart. All right? Capricorn. The thing here is the struggle. It's a little too late is what I'm hearing for somebody. If you're the one being held and somebody's trying to convince you, what you're feeling is it's just a little too late, or it's a whole lot too late. What took them so long to wake up? I don't feel it anymore. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm done giving. While all he did was blindly, mindlessly take. Or the other party. We'll call them the other party. Boys, you don't get it, do you, Val? Jennifer, anytime you feel like the itchy finger there, you know what you can do. Because I don't put up with this at all. I'm not here to argue with anybody. Like I said, if you don't like it, you just quietly leave. I don't know why you have to start something. With this card, you're the one distracting me from the reading. That's a distraction. And this is me talking here. The spirit doesn't get angry. Spirit doesn't swear. Spirit doesn't talk nasty, dirty. This is just me. Knock it off, please. Or leave. Jennifer, the generator, they call her the generator for a reason. There's a very mature decision that somebody out there has to make because you've reached a turning point. That's where she's at. You can see that. And maybe he has too on the other side of that, but he's a little bit too late. You may need to make an investment, a financial plan, maybe buying a home. That's an investment. Moving for work is an investment of everything. But the choice that you have to make here isn't straightforward. It's a bit of a struggle here with this card. It's a bit of a challenge for you, Capricorn. In relationships, you bond and commit, or you walk away because you're done. You reach the turning point. You either bond, you commit, or I'm done. I'm walking away. This is a big turning point for somebody out there. It doesn't need to be just relationships. It could be, and I mean intimate relationships. It doesn't have to necessarily just be that. It can also be any kind of a relationship, a work relationship, a friendship, you know, something along those lines, but you're done. Somebody may have used you too many times and you've talked about it openly and they admit it. Yeah, I kind of used you. I used your influence. I used your name. I used. And now you're done. They feel as long as they come clean about whatever they've done that it's all forgiven. And it's not with you. You're like, how long does this go on? You're not going to keep forgetting and turning the other way and turning the other cheek. You're not going to keep doing that. Another meaning of this card for those who are single is finding yourself being ready for a new serious love relationship. Love is coming for some of you out there. All right? Love is coming. Not only meant to lovers, Deandra, not only meant to lovers. This could be any kind of relationship. Friends use each other sometimes, you know, family, this sort of thing. Shh. The advice of the card for you, though, is for you to make your choice based on long-term rather than the short-term gains here. Take the long, tried, and true way. All right? That's worked in the past. It'll work again. Don't try to take any shortcuts. You'll be sorry for that, no matter what it is. But if you're in love, you're waiting for love, wait for the right person rather than distract yourself with flirtatious people. Outside of that, keywords here are love and commitment, future plans, maturity, dedication, emotions, and separation. So we're just going to move on through the reading here. I don't even want to be here right now. I just feel like shutting the camera off, to tell you the truth. I don't come on here to be ridiculed or told what to do, but somebody likes or doesn't like. I go with spirit and I go with the moment. If that's too real for you, you don't belong here. I could easily kick your ass out myself, but I'm not going to do that. Anybody wants taken on. Just that simple. Matter of fact, I need a little drink here, something cold and wet. Kind of calm myself down. So much for my coffee. Ugh. Okay. All right. Sorry, everybody. No, I'm back, Gail. No, I'm not Capricorn. I'm a Cancer. It's just, I don't put myself out here to be ridiculed. You know, that's just like friggin' leave if it bothers you. Like I said, living in the moment. There's a message there for Gail. That's all I can say. I'm sorry we got off track and all that good stuff, but anyway, to think that somebody has the nerve to come into somebody's channel and they're getting a free and try to tell them, well, that took too long, or this, I didn't like this, I don't care, is my point. Leave, you know. I go by my gut. You know, there's people, they put their problems out there constantly in chat. They're looking for free reading. They're looking for free advice. I ignore 99.9% of them. Once in a blue moon, I think it's the first time this has ever happened. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not. It's all right, Gail. You don't apologize. You didn't control me. You didn't make me stop. You didn't. I went with what I felt. It's just like that. That's all. But the Page of Wands and creativity is a very good card. But this falling into your challenges for the month of November here. I know this is going to be a long reading right from the start. I know it. We're coming into 15 minutes already. Oh my God. But this page is not the first time he's shown up tonight. He's very charming. He's very witty. Pages bring news. And in this case, because he's a creative ace, he's bringing you good news about job opportunities, projects, people, situations, whatever it is. He's bearing wonderful gifts. We'll put it that way for you. In order to identify this person, Capricorn, you may see them as somewhat of a bit of a flirt with you, and you don't mind. It's nothing serious, but that just helps identify them a little bit more. Another meaning of this card is the influence of a very creative person coming into your life if they're not part of your life right now. We're talking writers, movies, acting, dance, music, any other creative pursuit that you enjoy. There's somebody coming, they're like-minded. There's somebody, they're interested in the same thing that you are. Finding some kind of a creative connection with another person sounds kind of odd, but it is what it is. That's what I'm getting here. It could be too. You could be discovering your own creative potential. Something, some happenstance, some happening, and you've come awake, you've come alive, and you're like, I had no idea. So I had the same message with this card a while ago. Doing something off the cuff, last minute, not taking something seriously, something you've never done before, experienced before. It's a first, whatever it is. You diving into it, ends up you're really, really talented with it, or you're really good at it, and you're like, I had no idea, and people are like, wow, you know, you're a natural. So discovering a brand new piece of you, bringing more color into your life. Your energy is higher and it's lighter, and the flow is smoother. You're becoming like an aged fine wine, we might say. Feeling part of your purpose of life. For some of you, if it goes that far, it'll go that far. Discovering, maybe this was what I was meant to do. This, whatever this new thing is, it's something that's going to become a big part of your life. It's general reading, please, not for everybody, okay? The advice of this card. Now is the time to begin to express yourself in any way you see fit. Follow the arts, the written word, music, song, dance, whatever your interpretation is. It is now time for you to come forth with your own self-expression. Whatever it is, make sure that you're enjoying it. Your keywords for the Page of Wands. I'll hold them up one more time here. We've got one more card after this and we're done. Messages and travel news. Communications are highlighted here. New work or a new way of self-expression here. That's going to shock you more than anybody else. I just feel that around it, but I'm smiling, so it's not a bad thing. Transition. Discovering a talent or discovering something about yourself is a transition in itself, I would say. Entertainment is the final word on this card. This is a fun card for you. There's no real challenges here unless you're into blocking fun and you're blocking the light out of your life. Okay? Leave yourself open. The last card, Ten of Swords. Endings. Endings all don't have to be bad. I've said this a lot with this card. I don't think I got all the shampoo out of my head today. My head's itchy. Ten of Swords and endings. Some endings are good endings in life. Whatever these endings are, that's very much like death itself. Things coming to an end where there's no going back. There's no pulling it back into your present. There's no reaching back. I've changed my mind. There's none of that. This is final as death. Once it's done, it's done. Whatever that means to you. It's different for everybody. So whatever that means to you. Where's my swords? Tens are all about, it doesn't matter. They're about, you know, even with the Ten of Cups, which is the happily ever after card. It's a card that always brings a big smile to my face. I love seeing that card. But even with that card, there are endings. The ending of it. It's reaching a goal, maybe, hitting a target, this sort of a thing. No, bona fide. Irritating people, don't you want to throat punch them? There. People that irritate me, that's what comes to mind. I could just throat punch you right now if I was a violent person, but I'm not. You know, people that irritate me, to me, waste my time. People that irritate me, you are wasting my friggin' time. It's like a cat getting petted in their fur in the wrong direction. Ugh. You know, I try to grab control of situations like that. It's one reason why I don't do live one-on-one readings, is for that reason. It's call control. I've tried that. I've tried in-house, all that. And something that should take an hour, it takes 3 or more hours because the other person won't stop talking. And I get it. I understand that. I'm sympathetic to that kind of a thing. So that was an ending for me. No more. No more. That's only one reason. There's a lot of reasons. So we have the Ten of Swords and endings. And like I said, for some of you, there'll be a relief here. I'm hearing for you. There'll be a relief of an ending of some time. A closure. You see 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 4s. You have 3 4s, 3 5s. 5s are, oof, you know. This is the summing up of something. This is the completion of something. An ending for some that could involve some degree of drama. So in an epic walk off the job kind of thing, you make a scene. One in my life, I've seen more than one, but one was epic. Walking off the job, right in the heat of the moment, something ticking you off. That's it, I've had enough. Reached the end of my rope, I'm done. Once you walk off this job, there will be no going back. There will be no going back. That's for somebody, not everybody. That could be your drama. It could be leaving a relationship. Long overdue break. A long overdue coming to an end, to a closure. Close. The end of an era is what I'm hearing for somebody. The end of an era. Oh. For some of you, you won't have planned this. You won't even know about it. It could come as a shock, followed by relief. I'm shocked. I'm floored. I'm stunned. Oh, wait a minute. The second thoughts come in. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm over I'm all done being shocked now. I'm feeling relieved. No, in the bigger picture, this is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. It appears to be a bad thing. It's an ending. It's a bad ending. But you're already thinking about the tomorrows yet to come, the future. It's leaving you with a sense of relief, of freedom. I'm free to go my own way. I'm free to do what I want to do. It's very strong. Anybody gets in your way, such as Bonafide Bloom was saying, irritating people. Don't let them slow you down. Don't let them pull you down. Don't let them hold you back. Keep moving forward for whoever that message is made for. Capricorns have a fire in them and a determination, and when they're determined, they do it with a grit. They do it through their teeth, and they won't let go. Once they grab hold of something, they won't let go until they get, unless it's their decision to let go of it. or to walk away. But anything you put in front of yourself during the month of November, follow through with the most determination you have ever had, if it's that important to you. If this is a relationship that's ending, or a relationship of some kind, such as friendship, familyship, whatever, or a situation, you will see the situation or relationship for what it is or what it was, that it cannot develop and it cannot grow from here on out. There's no growth and development, and you're letting something go. You're letting it slide. You're letting it drown. It's gone. It's done. It's past. However unwanted this card may be when it arrives in a reading, it does tell the truth and helps you to see what needs to be released. Hard reality. In your face reality. Not what you wanted to see, not what you're expecting, but it's the truth. You can't shimmy from the truth. The truth is what it is. The truth is a fact. No matter how you feel, nobody cares how you feel. There's the truth. In some situation you'll find yourself in, nobody's going to care how I feel about this, because the truth is the truth. It's a fact and it doesn't change. So you have to kind of scramble and kind of go with it. If you feel lost, just go with the situation. Go with the flow, as they say, and you can decide later. But Capricorn knows when it's time to go. They know when it's time to leave. They know when it's time to release something in their life or move away from it. Capricorn's strong enough to do that. Capricorn can see tomorrow as a new exciting beginning, and they see excitement in the day and the days yet to come because of all the newness that's coming. It's all personal perspective, where you're standing and where you're looking from, where you're coming from. The advice is for you, if you're in a situation or a relationship or a place, you need to walk away and just let it go. That's how simple your advice is, to walk away and let it go. Turn your back and walk away. Focus on your present, where you are at the moment, rather than dwell on what just happened. Start focusing on the present so you can push yourself forward. Your keywords here are completion and release, drama, transformation, victimhood, truth, and shock. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your Capricorn reading. That's going to be the last one for the night. I'm not going to sit and wouldn't want to waste anyone's free time, eh? Anyways, that's going to be it for tonight. I was planning on trying to get 6 done, but I'm going to stop right here. It's going to be it for the night. Thank you, everybody who showed up. And thank you very much for being here and for your support. Sorry about the little bit of a blow up, but I get sick of people. When you deal with as many people as anyone that has a YouTube channel, you deal with thousands of people. It's not been the best for my personality. My patience has grown very thin. I smell crap before I see it. The more you work at this craft, the sharper you hone your skills. If you stay away from it a while, you get soft. But you don't like wasting your time. The time is very, very precious to me. So that's why I've turned to the live readings. I swore I would never do them because of the exposure that you get. You're left wide open. There's ways to combat that and to control that. That's all true. But I've gotten part of my life. I've got some time for me now. Instead of spending, and people don't believe it, 4 to 6 hours from beginning to finish on each video, 12 videos, twice a month, and private readings in between, there is no time for you at all. Not ever is there time, and you're tired all the time. You're burned out. This is giving me a bit of my life. When I hang up here, I'm going to make myself a little snack. I'm going to get all ready for bed, and I'm going to curl up and watch a bit of something on Netflix. And it'll all be good. So you're very welcome, Gail. You're welcome. I want to see you come into the light a bit. I'm sending you good wishes, Gail. All right. Anybody else that needs them as well, if you're walking in the dark or living in the dark. You do after a while, bona fide, you tell people, you just don't. I figure even in real life, this is the way I am. It's not this bravery behind the screen. I actually refrain. I hold back. In real life, I'm not like that. If somebody is rude enough to get in my face with something unpleasant, the first thought goes through my mind, let them have their say. Let them go ahead. Give them enough rope. And when you're ready, give it to them. And I do. There's the odd time I'll walk away. It's like not even an argument or a fight. Like I'm not gonna waste my, and I feel people wasting my time. I'm very sensitive about that. So, it gets difficult and it can get challenging at times. But when you deal with thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of people, you can't keep up. You're only one person. You try to click at least like or whatever, love on different posts and comments, because you can't answer every single person. It's challenging, but you're very, very guarded with your private time, your personal time, your downtime, me time, and quiet time, that kind of a thing. So thank you very much, Janez. No, thank you, Jennifer. Generator. The generators. um, yes, I know, Bonafide. I know where you're coming from. I do. Thank you, Linda Burnett. I do know where you're coming from. It does catch you off because you're providing a free service. All these, YouTube does not pay us to do these readings. And I think some people that are new to YouTube think that they do, that we pull some kind of, so they can come in and they can voice their opinions and crack the whip. And it's like, kiss my ass in the head of King Street. I don't care. You and the horse you rode in backwards on, get the hell going. I don't have time. I don't have time for that. If people get on my face in real life, they get the same thing back. You want to get in my face, you better be prepared to take it back. The backlash is going to be backlash, you know. And I'm the type, I'll say I'm sorry if I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm sorry. I will. Oh yeah, that cigarette's no good. Hi, Fidgen. Thank you very much. All the way from Australia, our sister country. We call Canada and Australia sister countries because the people are cut from the same kind of cloth. Hard working, salt of the earth, honest, straightforward people, good people. So, yes, everybody thank Jennifer because she's had a lot. She always has a lot to do. Oh, thank you, Bonafide. Thank you. Jennifer works for you. I call her the generator, and then Tom comes into the picture. Her husband, I call him the Tomerator. But Jennifer, should I call her the generator? It's just like she's a moderator, and her name's Jennifer, so they go together. Generator, you know. So every time I think about it, I think about, who is it? What's his name? The guy from Austria, the actor. Governor of, where was he? Governor of California. What's his name? Hasta la vista, make my day. The Terminator. That's what I think of as the Terminator. Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's it. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Every time I say generator or Tomerator, I think of that, the Terminator. I've seen the movie The Terminator. Good movie. I don't know why I'm just sitting here and why I don't close off this. I think it's because it's the last one of the night. Yeah. It's my gift. It's my gift. I've had the gift since I was a child. I knew I thought a little differently than everybody. I seen things I thought everybody saw. That you could read body language and first impressions and never be wrong. I feel sad a lot of the times that you weren't wrong. Um, there comes a point. Somebody asked me once online, I think it was a gentleman, and he asked me, he said, tell me something. He said, if you won a jackpot in a lottery, you were stinking rich, would you continue to read? And the answer was yes. I just wouldn't be as busy as I am. I'd be very particular. But I would continue to use the gifts and put them out there. I don't mind doing the free readings at all. If it helps somebody, then good. Take it and run with it. It's the way it goes. I don't take any credit for anything other than opening myself up to the universe and spirit. Any guides, any notions, any pushes, any nudges that I feel, I go with now. I don't question anymore. I don't question tarot. Tarot is just like me. It's another tool. Okay, in the game of fates, it's another tool. And what this brings through is things that you can anticipate that are coming towards you, how you're going to deal with things if they turn out a certain way. Can it be changed? Most times. It'll happen in another way. So it's interesting. No, I don't. Gail, I've never tempted with that at all. I've never tempted to channel. Yeah, you have to be particular. I've never tried channeling, to tell you the truth. I don't know if I would enjoy that invasiveness. I was asked to contact a dead person once, and I said, I'm sorry, but I don't. It was a private reading. I said, I don't do that. At least I've never tried. I believe now that we're, after what I've been through, everything I've gone through, we're all born with all the gifts. It's how or if we utilize them at all. And that person was the first person to say, I want to know. Is there any messages from my dad? He died 3 months ago, kind of thing. And at the end of the reading, I told her the straight truth. I said, I really don't, I've never done it. I said, just give me a couple minutes then. And I sat, and it was the daytime, the sun was out, and I stared out the window. And I started receiving images. And I questioned her about them. And at the end of it, she was crying. This is after she got the email, the pre-recorded reading for herself. She wrote back and said she hadn't stopped crying. And she said the messages, and she told me the answers, and they were nailed. Dead on to the point. My hair was standing. I couldn't believe it. I said, I've never done that before. That was the first time. So, yeah, I don't want to do the invasive part of it, Gail. Welcoming in other spirits to use me as a catapult for their messages. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Time changes tonight. Fall back 1 hour. You may have seen the spirit of one, maybe. I bet you did. I see things out of the corner of my eyes all the time. I smudge a lot to kind of keep on top of things. So, yeah. My son one night was talking to me. He was standing, I was sitting right here, and he was standing there. He's kind of like leaning on the corner of the table looking down. His head kind of looked outside, and he jumped. And I looked, and I said, what? He goes, I just saw a man standing there. There was a man standing right there on the deck looking right in through the windows. I'm getting goosebumps remembering it. We never figured out what it was or who it was, but there was somebody. This is just for Capricorn, Blaine. Right now the reading is finished. It's finished. We're just chit-chatting a bit. This is my last reading for tonight. I've only done the first three I've done. What was the first reading, guys? Scorpio. And then Capricorn. No, wait. Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn are completed now. This is Capricorn. So when I shut it down, it'll save to the system. You just go to Bay of Fundy Fortunes channel, and you can pick out whatever one you want. But that's all I've gotten so far. Thanks, Jennifer. Very neat. Figgin. Yeah. Thank you, Blaine. Scorpio's all done. Your Sag rising. You're welcome, Blaine. I was going to say this about 2 hours ago. The veil is thinning. You can feel it. You really, truly can. You can feel it. All Souls Day today. Yes. Yes. Very much so. Yeah. And Halloween itself was a washout for most people. With a lot of that storm that blew through covered a very wide swath, from the States all the way halfway through Ontario, to this end down in East Atlantic Canada area. So Halloween itself got washed out for a lot of people. They just couldn't do it in the wind and the rain. And we kept losing power, and I kept losing internet and losing power, and it'd be gone 2 and 3 hours at a time. At the end of it, we had candles going. I didn't bother with the kerosene lamps, but we got through it. It's finally, my phone was dead most of the day today. It just had nothing but air. You just heard air. There was no dial tone. There's been a lot of things going on, a lot of things interfering, a lot of things stopping people up, getting in the way, things that they're not counting on. Not even aware of, that are around the corner that maybe they should be. You need to be more aware, Capricorn, during the month of November, from start to finish. Think before you speak. Think before you act. Calm down first. Give yourself 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, you'll feel your heart rate slow down a bit, your blood pressure, your coloring going back. Give it another 10 minutes on top of that. Say, give it 10 more minutes. I got through 5 without saying or doing anything. And once you get to that point, you know you're back to normal. That's when you make your decision. Nice, clear cut, conscious decisions and choices. The Earth's been wobbling for quite a while, Gail. It's been wobbling for quite a while. For sure. Anyways, everybody, the reading's over. I'm going to go, and I'm going to get all ready for bed and get snuggled in. I'll be back tomorrow to do more reading. My eyes are giving out on me here. The drops, I put drops in, and they're not really helping. I lost 1 night of sleep about 2 weeks ago, a couple of weeks back, and they've not been the same. My eyes have been bothering me. The lights are bothering me. Everything's bothering me. And right now I'm getting the white background with the YouTube screen. It's the same thing. Interesting, Jennifer. Good night, Fidgen. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it very much. Sending out best wishes to everybody. We all face challenging times ahead, but we also face very rewarding times ahead, and this is a period of growth. Now, that would be the key word so far with the readings, is this is a strong period of growth going on in November. Very personal growth as well. Thank you, Bonify, for being here. Thank you for your input as well. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. All right, everybody, I want you to please try to keep the peace, the inner peace in your heart and in your soul. That way you're able to share your love and your light out with the rest of the world, and maybe bring some sanity to the craziness of it all. Thank you all for being here. We're just going to release you and say goodnight. I'm going to try to bear my I don't make promises anymore. Every time I do, fate comes along and knocks a chair out from under my feet. But I'm going to do my very, very best tomorrow, because I want to get these readings off and try to get most of them done if I can, as long as we keep the idiots at bay. Anyways, my eyes aren't going to hold up much longer. Thank you very much for being here. Blessings to everybody. May the universe smile on all of you, and believe in the universe, and brighten up your connection with them as well. Good night, Linda Burnett. Good night, Lynn Thompson. Good night, Karina. Good night, everybody. I'll hope to see you all back here at some point tomorrow. Keep your eyes on your notifications. Check your subscriptions and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. YouTube is still unsubscribing people. Anyway, good night for now. Much love to you all.